I was forged inside a colder flame. An orphan boy on streets of stone with no real family to call my own. He found me then, he took me in, he washed away my gutter sin. He taught me chess, he taught me Greek, he taught me when a wise man speaks, and when he holds his silent tongue among the old and for the young. I am the voice of his own reason through every dark and bloody season. I'm the shadow by his throne, the sharpest mind he's ever known. His sons by blood of fire and light, they only know the dark and light. I am the greatest space between, the most effective unseen scene. This is a constant years overbound by loyalty and growth to serve the Father, God, the Son, until the final race is run. I'm the constant years over sacred trust, eternal rivals dream to dust. I am the mind, he is the fist of those that they say don't exist, but I am colder than the grave, the loyal and the trusted slave. Yeah. I'm colder than the grave, the loyal and the trusted slave. The dawn is old, his hands are weak. The ancient promises he speaks are echoes from a bygone age. A lion in a gilded cage. His empire runs on my design, each perfectly constructed line of profit, power, and a fear that keeps our enemies from getting near. I meet the judges, pay the cops. I know just when the violence stops and when the quiet war begins. I calculate our losses and our wins. He is the heart, the soul, the name. I'm just the keeper of the flame. His own blood, see a man in charge, a legacy that's looming large. They do not see the cracks appear, the end and that is getting. This is the constant year is over. I'm bound by loyalty and growth to serve the Father, God, the Son, until the final race is run. The constant year is over, sacred trust, eternal rivals dream to dust. I am the mind, he is the fist, the ghost that they say don't exist, but I older than the grave, the loyal, the trusted slave. But I am colder than the grave, the loyal and the trusted slave. I swore that I would give my life to shield his world from pain and strife. I swore that I would stand beside him, whatever darkness would betide him. But what if the danger to the throne is from the blood that is his own? What does an oath of loyalty mean when you're caught between a king and queen's mistake? The oath is sworn, the blood is thick, the clock has started its slow tick. A prodigal son is coming home.
Had a way.
The doors fly open loud and fast, a shadow from a different past, not of the streets but of the schools of breaking old and sacred rules. He smells of gasoline and cheap cologne, a stranger on his father's throne. None of the hunger, none of the flame. He looks at me, a subtle sneer, the source of all his doubt and fear. The loyal dog, trusted friend on whom his father's life depends. He sees a rival, not a brother. One of us must replace the other. He thinks that blood is all it takes. He doesn't know the cost of his mistake. This is the prodigal's return, a lesson that he'll never learn. He claims the prize he hasn't won, the loud and unforgiving son. The prodigal's return, a burning fuse, the kind of news you can't refuse. To watch it burn right to the end. He's not a savior or a friend, he's just the stone that's coming for us all. He talks of change, he talks of speed, the harvest of a modern seed. He mocks the old ways, mocks the cold, the heavy and the patient load. My master carried for so long, where right and wrong were truly strong. He wants the profits, not the pain, the sunshine but not the fucking rain. He treats the captains like his staff, he cuts their loyalty in half. With every arrogant command in this new and unfamiliar land, he is a prince who wants to play, and I'm the one who's in his way. He thinks the empire's his to take for his own damn and bloody sake. He doesn't see the fragile thread, the company of all the days that hold it up. This is the prodigal's return, a lesson that he'll never learn. He claims the prize he hasn't won, the loud and unforgiving son. The prodigal's return, a burning fuse, the kind of news you can't refuse. To watch it burn right to the end. He's not a savior or a friend, he's just a stone that's coming for us all. I see the dawn, look at his son. The final race he's already won. In his father's eyes he can do no wrong, where he has always belonged. And in that look I see the truth. The bitter anger of my youth was nothing to a father's pride, the place where logic goes to die. The prodigal's home. The prodigal's on. The prodigal's on. Quiet bar, a neutral space, a subtle test of strength and grace. We're meeting with the other side, with nothing left for us to hide. A simple deal, a simple trade, a promise that was being made. The Marco enters full of pride, with all his demons right inside. And he makes a joke, he makes a pass, he raises his glass to the rival's wife, a fatal move with nothing left for him to prove except his arrogance and you. The hard and unforgiving truth. The room goes cold, the talking stops, the slow and steady timer drops. I try to step in, try to speak, to save the fool say that blood is thicker than whiskey. A dangerous, unfoolish, risky kind of prayer for a man to make for his own damn and bloody psyche. Blood is thicker than a whiskey, fast and deep, for secrets that a fool can't keep. The deals we make are signed in drink, but faster than a man can think. Blood will wash it away. The rival stands, his face is stone, the coldest fury I have known. He doesn't shout, he doesn't plead, he plants a dark and violent seed. He says the deal is off the floor, don't darken our protected door. Again the censor will be met, a long and unforgiving debt. I try to reason, try to mend this story that will have no end, but Marco laughs, he feels no dread for all the words I haven't said. Who thinks a fight is what he's won? The stupid, proud and lonely son. We walk outside into the night, he thinks he's won his little fight. He doesn't see the coming storm, a promise that was made and sworn. They say that blood is thicker than whiskey, a danger and a foolish, risky kind of prayer for a man to make for his own damn and bloody psyche. Blood is thicker than whiskey, fast and deep, for secrets that a fool can't keep. The deals we make are signed in drink, but faster than a man can think. Blood will wash the ink away. I tell the dawn what has been done, the foolishness of his own son. I wait for judgment, wait for rage, to lock the lion in his cage. But he just looks at me and sighs with tired and defeated eyes. He is my son, my blood, my name. We'll have to play a different game. He chose his blood, the die is cast. The fragile peace was not to last. The whiskey spilled, the blood is drawn, waiting for a bloody dawn.
The dawn said wait, the dawn said hold, a story that is getting old. For Marco's fire, Marco's pride, the raging beast he keeps inside. He gathers men who think like him upon a dark and brutal whim. The young guns full of piss and rage, who wanna turn a different page. They don't see wisdom, they see weak. The other unassuming cheat. The dawn has turned is a disgrace. They'll put him in his proper place. A warehouse raid, a stolen truck. They trust into their own dumb luck. A message sent in fire and glass, a line they were forbidden to pass. This isn't business, this is sport, a last resort, a final port of call for boys who wanna be the men they see on history's knees. This is the intersection war, they're selling all a different score. Fight the father didn't choose the war, the family is bound to lose. Oh,
The call comes in at 3 a.m. A requiem, a final hymn for two of Marco's idiot friends. The way a stupid story ends. The other side, they don't play games. They only deal in whispered names and body counts and loaded dice. They didn't even ask them twice. Now blood's been spilled, the truce is dead. From all the foolish words he said, the city holds its breath and waits behind its cold and iron gates. The war is on, the choice is made, a debt that has to be repaid. And all because a boy was bored and drew his unforgiving sword. Oh, this is the unsanctioned war, the settling of a different score. Fight the father didn't choose the war, the family's bound to lose. Hey, the unsanctioned war, a wildfire bright that burns throughout the endless night. The sun has disobeyed the king, and no one knows what this will bring except for chaos, steel, and flame. Marco comes back with fear in his eyes. The first time he has shed his disguise of arrogance and simple pride. He has nowhere left to run or hide. He begs his father, make it right. Just get me through this single night. And the dawn, he looks at his own blood and opens up the coming flood. The war is here, the choice is made. The sharpest and the final blade is a father's love. The captains meet the back room, a sense of gathering. Final doom, the air is thick with smoke and dread for all the loyal men now dead. The dawn is sitting at the head, his face is cold, his eyes are red. I lay the maps out, clean and clear, the source of all our doubt and fear. I show the numbers, show the cost of everything that we have lost. I give a path, a way to peace, a temporary sweet release, a sacrifice, a piece of ground so no more bodies will be found. play, to live to fight another day. Here's what the old Don would have done before the coming of his son. This is a father's blindness, deep and wide, for the broken and the foolish pride. He cannot see the woods for the tree, the boy that he wants his son to be. A father's blindness, a heavy call for the old and steady hand he's lost. He will not sacrifice his own and soul, burn his entire throne, and call the ashes victory. He looks at me, his eyes are ice. We will not pay their bloody price. We will not kneel, we will not bend. This is a message we must send. The falcon blood is not for sale. We'll meet them with a fiery hail as captains look down at the floor. They've heard this foolish speech before. They know it's suicide and rage to step onto this bloody stage, but loyalty's a vicious chain that thrives on misery and pain. They'll follow him right to the grave, the loyal and the trusted slave. I try to speak, I try to plead about the dark and bitter seed this path will sow, but he can't hear. His only truth is standing near his son. This is a father's blindness, deep and wide, for the broken and the foolish pride. He cannot see the woods for the tree, the boy that he wants his son to be. A father's blindness, a heavy cause for the old and steady hand he's lost. He will not sacrifice his own, and so he'll burn his entire throne and call the ashes victory. And in that moment I can see the man who once adopted me is gone, a ghost in memory, replaced by this weak effigy of a king who's lost his damn command. The future of this broken land is in the hands of a blind man and his foolish suicidal plan. The orders given, the war is on. We're fighting till the final dawn, and we will lose, yeah. I'm drawing maps of my own hell, a story that I cannot tell. I'm moving pawns to save a king, the most absurd and futile thing. He's given me the full command of this doomed and unforgiving land. When this war sun are his words like a flock of black and dying birds. So I must plan and I must think, we're standing on the very brink of our collapse, of our demise. Behind my cold and weary eyes, I am the general except a name, a memory. Marco's a captain, now you see. He gives commands, he advises me. I'm fighting a war on two damn fronts, against the hunters and the runts. This is a consigliary's burden, to be sane, to try and navigate the pain, to be the calm inside the storm, to keep the dying embers warm. The consigliary's burden, to be wise among the fools and their damn lies, to build a victory from defeat on this bloody and one-sided street, and get no credit for the cost. I make a deal, I set a trap, I try to bridge a growing gap. I send out feelers by a cop, I pray the killing's gonna stop. For every step I take ahead, Marco counts another 2 men dead. With a rash move, a stupid plan, a boy who thinks he is a man. He countermands my best designs, he reads between the wrong damn lines. He thinks that this is far with might, with who can win a stand-up fight. He doesn't see the war of minds, the subtle and the vicious kinds. The battles fought with ink and gold. This is the consigliary's burden, to be sane, to try and navigate the pain, to be the calm inside the storm, to keep the dying embers warm. The consigliary's burden, to be wise among the fools and their damn lies, to build a victory from defeat on this bloody and one-sided street, and get no credit for the cost. I am the shepherd of the wolf, the one who bridges all the gulfs. I am the doctor for a dying creed, the harvest of a bastard seed. I'm fighting for a man who's blind, and for the son he left behind in the gutter all those years ago. The only father I will know, and that is why I cannot leave. The burden's heavy, the night is long, for the king who got it all so wrong. I'll fix this, I have to. I'll fix this. We share a room, the living and the damn improve of a father's love in different ways through all these dark and bloody days.
He is the branch, I am the root, the bitter and the twisted fruit. He has the blood, the royal line, a flawed and a corrupt design. Sweat the scars from all the backroom whiskey bars. I am the son he had to choose, with everything on earth to lose. He is the son he had to love, sent down from somewhere high above, or up from somewhere deep below. He is the flesh and I'm the bone. He is the flesh and I'm the bone. The one who has to stand alone. He is the future, I'm the past. A shadow that was built to last and fade away. He is a serpent's king, with poison in his veins, the source of all these bloody rains. I'm just a shadow of the snake, for my own damn and bloody sake. The serpent's king, the rightful heir to this kingdom of complete despair. We are the two sides of the fall, the writing on the goddamn wall, and only one of us can stand. I watch him sleep, a troubled peace, and pray for this damn war to cease. Does he dream of victory and fame? Does he even know he's not to blame? He is a product of his birth, for all that it is truly worth. He was born a prince, I was born a stray, to fight and live another day. He was taught to rule, I was taught to serve, the long and unforgiving curve of loyalty and of respect, the things that he cannot protect. Are we so different, he and I, beneath this cold and angry sky? We both just want our father's pride, with nowhere left for us to hide. He is the serpent's king, with poison in his veins, the source of all these bloody rains. I'm just the shadow of the snake, for my own damn and bloody sake. The serpent's king, the rightful heir to this kingdom of complete despair. We are the two sides of the fall, the writing on the goddamn wall, and only one of us can stand. What is a family? Is it blood? A slow and unrelenting flood? Or is it choice, a sacred vow, the only thing that matters now? The serpent is this life we lead, the harvest of a poison seed, and we are both its children now. Before the same dark altar we must bow. The serpent sleep for a little while, with a peaceful and a deadly smile. One kin will wait, one will not. The coffers bleed, the whiskey's dry, we cannot even afford to buy. The cops we need, the judge is here, the end is getting very near. The trucks are burned, the roads are such a high and bloody cross. The family name was just a joke, the final bitter word they spoke. Losing men were losing ground, a slow and agonizing sound. Remember, turning to dust, the sacred in a broken church. And all because of one small slide on one forgotten stupid night. The price of pride is always high beneath the cold and empty sky. I'm selling properties and land, the future that my master planned, just to afford another day, to find a new and better way. This is the king's ransom for a fool's mistake. For every single rule you break, the interest paid in blood and screams, the funeral of 1,000 dreams. A king's ransom for a fool's mistake. And all the city is awake to watch us die, to watch us fall, to answer to the final call. Well, y'all know I'm the one to me. They beg me, set my husband free from this damn war, from this disgrace, from this godforsaken awful place. The loyal men, their eyes are tied, the last of all their hopes expire. They fight for ghosts, they fight for pride, with nothing left to keep inside. I look the dawn right in the face, this empty and this lonely space. I tell them we are truly done, your only and your precious son has cost us everything we had. He looks at me and he looks sad, but not defeated, not at all. He's waiting for the final call. This is the king's ransom for a fool's mistake. For every single rule you break, the interest paid in blood and screams, the funeral of 1,000 dreams. A king's ransom for a fool's mistake. And all the city is awake to watch us die, to watch us fall, to answer to the final call. How much is a son's honor worth? More than this old and bloody earth, more than the men who served you well, who followed you right into hell. The ledger's red, the debt is deep, for all the promise you couldn't keep. And the fool who made the mistake is free, the only one who's paying is me. Is me and you. The ransom's paid, the coffers are bare, a cold and unforgiving air of bankruptcy. The invitation's cold and stark, a single light inside the dark. The other families have had enough of all this childish, brutal stuff.
The war is bad for business now. They'll make my father take a bow. They meet in some hotel downtown, the uneasy masters of this town, a jury of a dozen kings. The chaos that this judgment brings, the dawn's too proud, he will not go. He doesn't want the world to know how far he's fallen and how fast his reputation's in the past. So he sends me to plead his case in this most unforgiving, hostile place. I am the lamb sent to the wolves to bridge the deep and bloody gulfs. I have no power, have no say. I'm just the one who has to pay. This is the meeting of the commission, a final deadly recognition that our own house is not in line. A flawed and a corrupt design. The meeting of the commission where they'll weigh my father's every sin. They'll offer peace upon a blade for the stupid bloody mess we've made. I stand before them straight and tall and wait for the first stone to fall. Their faces carved from my sandstone, the coldest men I've ever known. They speak of honor, speak of rules, the tools they use to manage fools. They say the war must end tonight to bring back darkness, bring back light. They give the terms a heavy price, a single bloody sacrifice. Control your son, the chairman says, among the living and the dead. So we will live, you will not like our terms at all. This is the meeting of the commission, a final deadly recognition that our own house is not in line. A flawed and a corrupt design. The meeting of the commission where they'll weigh my father's every sin. They'll offer peace upon a blade for the stupid bloody mess we've made. I do not argue, I don't plead, I just accept the bitter seed. I give my word that it will end, that I will make the family bend. They do not know the words I speak are from a man who is too weak to make that choice. But I know one who has to see this business done, and that is me. And that is me. The meeting's over, the terms are clear. The source of all our doubt and fear must be removed. Must be removed. Must be removed. I stand before the dawn again, among the ranks of broken men. I tell him what the commission said, the single thread that keeps our dead from multiplying in the street, the taste of absolute defeat, the
Turn to simple stock and clear the end of his own son's career. It's all a life of quiet shame to give away the family name, a simple price to end the war, to settle every single score. This is the coldest calculation, a final damn deliberation, a sunlight versus the family's soul, to lose a part to save the whole. The coldest calculation, made in blood, a slow and unrelenting flood of reason versus blindest love. There is no help from high above. The choice is his and his alone. He looks at Margot standing there with not a single worldly care. The foolish boy, the source of all, the architect of their own fall. And in his eyes I see the choice, I hear it in his weary voice. He is my son, he is my blood, against the whole damn world a flood. Of steel and fire I will stand for this my son and this my land. No one will touch him, no one will dare. This is my final cross to bear. He's chosen, he will let us burn. The final lesson I must learn. My loyalty was to the throne, the greatest man I'd ever known. But the king is gone, the man is blind, and I'm the one he's left behind. This is the coldest calculation, a final damn deliberation, a son's life versus the family's soul, to lose a part to save the whole. The coldest calculation, made in blood, a slow and unrelenting flood of reason versus blindest love. There is no help from high above. The choice is mine now, all my own. My hope was to the family, to its health, its legacy. Not to the man, but to the crown, the most respected name in town. And the cancer that is killing it is the very thing he won't admit. The equation has a single flaw that violates the only law. To save the body you must cut, with every door and window shut. The calculation's done, the answer's clear. The only thing that I should fear is hesitation. It's time.
and deep, while all the honest people sleep. I walk the halls I know so well, the corridors of my own hell. I pour 2 glasses of his favorite wine, a flawed and a corrupt design. The dawn is waiting in his chair, a lion sleeping in his lair. He looks at me, and in his eyes there's not a trace of grim surprise. He knows just why I've come tonight, beneath the pale and fading light. He knows the choice that I have made, the final bloody price be paid. You were a son to me, he says, among the living and the dead, the only one who understood the bad, the ugly, and the good. This is a Judas gift, a final sip, the lie upon a trusted lip, the kindest and the cruelest sin, from the only one he let right in. The Judas gift, a story told of love that's brave and loyalty that's sold. I am the serpent in the nest who loved the man but couldn't let him rest and watch his entire kingdom fall. Don't speak of the war of blood, the slow and unrelenting flood. We speak of years that have gone by, beneath a shared and common sky. The day you found me in the rain and washed away the gutter stain. The first book that he taught me how to read, the planting of a hopeful seed. Each memory is a different knife that cuts away a piece of life. This isn't murder, it's a prayer in the cold and suffocating air. A mercy for a king who's lost his way, the only price that I can pay. He raises his glass, he makes a toast to the son that I have valued most. My hand is shaking as I drink, faster than a man can think. This is the Judas, a final sip, the lie upon a trusted lip, the kindest and the cruelest sin, from the only one he let right in. The Judas, a story told of love that's brave and loyalty that's sold. I am the serpent in the nest who loved the man but couldn't let him rest and watch his entire kingdom fall. He closes his eyes, the final sigh. He didn't even question why. He knew the code, he knew the cause for everything that he had lost. He trusted me to make the call, to be the one to end it all. He didn't die by a rival's hand, he died by the only man in this whole world who understood his soul. And that's the thing that takes its toll. The Judas kiss, a silent tear, the only thing that's truly clear is that he knew we always knew.
The sun comes up a bloody red. The city thinks its king is dead. By his own hand the nobles greet a merciful sweet. The story's clean, the story's sold, a legend to be bought and told. Marco's in exile, safe and sound, on some forgotten foreign ground. The war is over, peace is here. The source of all their doubt and fear is gone, and I'm the one who stands with all their futures in my hands. They call me Dawn, they call me cheap, they pledge their loyalty and their belief. I did it for the family, to save it from insanity. At least that's what I tell myself at night, beneath a cold and lonely light. Now I sit on a serpent's throne, a king who's ruling all alone. I saved the kingdom, kept the crown, the most respected man in town. The serpent's throne, it's cold as ice, a reward for my own sacrifice. I have the power, I have the name, but I have lost the goddamn game, because I killed the only man I'd ever loved. I make the deals, I draw the lines, I read the dark and subtle signs. The empire thrives, the money flows, the way a healthy garden grows. I am a better Don than him on every single brutal whim. I am smarter, I am faster, I'm a more effective modern master. I've done exactly what I should for the families and the city's good. I am the savior and the saint, the subject of a brand new paint. Upon the walls of history, a perfect cold hypocrisy. Every decision that I make for my own damn and bloody sake, I ask myself what he would do, and then I do the opposite. It's true. Now I sit on the serpent's throne, a king who's ruling all alone. I saved the kingdom, kept the crown, the most respected man in town. The serpent's throne, it's cold as ice, the reward for my own sacrifice. I have the power, I have the name, but I have lost the goddamn game, because I
the serpent slay, dancing on my father's grave every single day. Parties last until the dawn. The finest liquor, finest brawn. The city's elite all come to call, to watch the former kingdom fall. Into my hands my steady grace, the new king of this brutal place. They laugh and drink my vintage wine. They think the victory is mine. They do not see the empty chair, the only one who isn't there. They do not hear the words he speaks. For all the long and lonely weeks that I have sat upon this throne, I've never ever been alone. He's in the corner of my eye, a silent and a patient spy. He doesn't judge, he doesn't plead. He's just the harvest of my seed. He is the gold at the feet, the greatest and the very least, the silent guest who never leaves, the comfort that my soul receives, the ghost at the feast, a memory, the only thing that's real to me. I rule his world, I wear his ring, but I am not the one who is the king. He is. He always was, he'll always be. I'll make a deal, I see him nod, a silent and a patient God. I'll break a rival, see him smile after a long and quiet while. He is my conscience and my guide, the raging beast I keep inside. He is the scholar, he's the priest, the taming of the savage beast. Am I insane? Have I just lost it? Such a high and awful cost. The only thing I had of worth, my own damn place upon this earth. Or have I found a different way to make him live another day? He is the gold at the feet, the greatest and the very least, the silent guest who never leaves, the comfort that my soul receives, the ghost at the feet, a memory, the only thing that's real to me. I rule his world, I wear his ring, but I am not the one who is the king. He is. He always was, he'll always be. I talk to him when no one's near, to banish all my doubt and fear. I ask him if I did what's right in the lonely hours of the night. He never answers, he just stands with scarred and understanding hands. He didn't leave me when he died, he just moved to the other side of the table. The feast goes on. The ghost remains in these cold and unforgiving veins. My blood is blood. A letter come, a foreign stamp, from a cold and unforgiving camp, a place of exile, shame and sun, the prodigal and foolish son. Marco's heard the news alive. Behind his sad and broken eyes, he knows his father's dead and gone. He wants to see a final dawn in the city that he called his home. He's tired of being all alone. He doesn't ask for power or for grace, just one last look upon the place. He writes to me, the man he hates, among the cold and iron gates of his home. Making his own hell a story that he has to tell. He doesn't know the truth, you see. He thinks that it was them, not me. He thinks I saved the family name, and he's the only one to blame. This is the prodigal's death, a final plea, a twisted sword of loyalty. He wants to come and serve the man who finished what his rage began. The prodigal's death, a heavy cost for the father that they both have lost. He wants to kneel before the throne and pay the price for what he's sown. And I'm the one who has to be his God. My captain say to let him rot, the final unforgiving spot, a weakness in our new design. This world is absolutely mine. To bring him back is to invite the chaos of that bloody night. The scholar in me knows they're right from a cold and intellectual height, but the ghost beside me shakes his head for all the bitter words unsaid between a father and his blood, a slow and unrelenting flood of pity or of something strange. The final unexpected change. This is the prodigal's death, a final plea, a twisted sort of loyalty. He wants to come and serve the man who finished what his rage began. The prodigal's death, a heavy cost for the father that they both have lost. He wants to kneel before the throne and pay the price for what he's sown. And I'm the one who has to be his God. The deal is made. The sharpest and the final blade is forgiveness. The years go by, the city thrives, the last of all the broken lives.
ended or are put to rest. I stood the long and final test. Marco is a captain now. He's kept his strange and broken vow. He serves me well with quiet grace. He's found his own and proper place. He runs the docks, he knows the street, the bitter and the oh so sweet. He is the fist and I'm the brain. We navigate the wind and rain together as we should have been. The strangest kind of kith and kin. He never asked about that night beneath a cold and different light. Does he know? Does he suspect the architect of his own wreck? I'll never know. He'll never say. We just live to fight another day. This is a Falcon legacy, a story of hypocrisy and loyalty and blood and choice, a single unforgiving voice. A Falcon legacy, a heavy crown for the ghost of this entire town. We built an empire from the fall, the writing on the goddamn wall that says that family is a war. I stand before my father's grave, the loyal lamb, the trusted slave, the king, the brother, and the son. Now all their races have been run. I tell him that his house is strong, where everything had gone so wrong. I tell him that his blood is true. He sees the business through and through. I did what I was meant to do, for both of them and for me too. The ghost beside me starts to fade. The final bloody price is paid. He doesn't need to harm me now. I've kept my own and silent vow. This is the Falcon legacy, a story of hypocrisy and loyalty and blood and choice, a single unforgiving voice. A Falcon legacy, a heavy crown for the ghost of this entire town. We built an empire from the fall, the writing on the goddamn wall that says that family is a war. The serpent's kin are side by side, with nothing left to run or hide. One of blood and one of hope, the keepers of a damaged trough. We are his sons, we are his pride, the raging storm he kept inside. And we will rule this world he made, a final bloody serenade. The legacy is not the name, that is the keeping of the flame. Falcon.